Welcome to Ivan's Thought. I'm Ivan, and this is the channel where I talk about everything and anything, and I also read book. Today, I'll be reading To Milena by Franz Kafka. As a ready introduction, I really got interested of what this book could offer. I'm not going to spoil anything for people that plan on reading this later on. But I'm really looking forward to this. With that being said, I will read 3 chapters or letters every single day, and at the end of every video I will share a thought, what I think would come next. With that being said, it is April 1920 in Edinburgh. Dear To Milena, the rain which has been going on for 2 days and 1 night has just now stopped. Of course, probably only temporarily, but nonetheless an event worth celebrating, which I am doing by writing to you. Incidentally, the rain itself was bearable. After all, it is a foreign country here. Admittedly, only slightly foreign, but it does the heart good. If my impression was correct, open parenthesis, evidently the memory of one single meeting, brief and half silent, is not to be exhausted, close parenthesis. You were also enjoying Vienna as a foreign city, although later circumstances may have diminished this enjoyment. But do you also enjoy foreignness for its own sake? Open parenthesis, which might be a bad sign, by the way, a sign that such enjoyment should not exist. Close parenthesis. I'm living quite well here. The mortal body could hardly stand more care. The balcony outside my room is sunk into a garden, overgrown and covered with blooming bushes. Open parenthesis. The vegetation here is strange. In weathered gold, enough to make the petal freeze in Prague. Blossoms are slowly unfolding before my balcony. Close parenthesis. Moreover, this garden receives full sun, open parenthesis, or full clouds, as it has for almost a week. Close parenthesis. Lizards and birds, unlikely couples, come visit me. I would very much like to share Miran with you. Recently, you wrote about not being able to breathe. That image and its meaning are very close to one another, and here both would find a little relief. With cordial greeting, Franz Kafka. Letter 2, April 1920, in Edinburgh. Dear To Milena, I wrote you a note from Prague and then from Iran. I have not received any answers. It so happens the note did not require a particular prompt reply, and if your silence is nothing more than a sign of relative well-being, which often expresses itself in an aversion to writing, then I am completely satisfied. However, it is also possible, and this is why I am writing, that in my notes I somehow hurt you. Open parenthesis, what a clumsy hand I must have had, if that should have happened again. If that should have happened against all my attention. Close parenthesis, or else, which would of course be much more. The moment of quiet relaxation you describe has again passed, and bad times have again descended upon you. In case the first is true, I don't know what to say. That's so far from my thoughts and everything else is so close. And for the second possibility, I have no advice. How would I? But just a simple question. Why don't you leave Vienna for a little while? After all, you aren't homeless like other people. Wouldn't some time in Bohemia give you new strength? And if for reasons unknown to me, you might not want to go to Bohemia, then somewhere else. Maybe even Milan would be good. So I'm expecting one of two things. Either continued silence, which means, open quotation mark, don't worry, I'm fine, close quotations, or else a few line, cordially, Kafka. At the very end at the bottom, right here, it says, it occurs to me that I really can't remember your face in any precise details. Only the way you walked away through the table in the cafe, your figure, your dress, that I still see. Okay, so, no, I'm gonna save this for later. Third letter. Milan, April 1920. Dear To Milena, you are trolling over the translation in the middle of the dreary Vienna world. Somehow, I am both moved and ashamed. You still have probably already received a letter from Wolf. At least he wrote to me some time ago. Concerning such a letter, I did not write any novella entitled Murderers, open parenthesis, although this was apparently advertised in the catalog, close parenthesis. There is some misunderstanding, but since it's supposed to be the best one of a lot, maybe it's mine after all. Let me read that back. I did not write any novella entitled Murderers, open parenthesis, although this was apparently advertised in a catalog, close parenthesis. There is some misunderstanding, but since it's supposed to be the best one of the lot, maybe it's mine after all. Judging from the last two letters, anxiety and worry seem to have left you once and for all. This probably applies to your husband as well. How much I wish it for both of you. I recall a Sunday afternoon years ago. I was creeping along the wall of your house on Franz oh Okay, I'm gonna write the name at the very bottom. I don't want to butcher this, but if I had to give it a go, Frozen Sky, Frozen Sky. I'm gonna write at the bottom. I was creeping along the wall of houses on the frozen sky and ran into your husband, heading toward me in much the same way. Two headache experts, naturally, each after his own very fashion. I don't remember whether we then went on together or passed each other by. The difference between these two possibilities could not have been very great, but that is past and should remain deep in the past. Is it nice at home? Cordial greetings, Franz Kafka. Oh, okay. So far, I've read 3 letters, and I admit I don't know what to feel. I don't know how to feel about it. This book is great. It really is. But he wrote 3 letters in a single month. Apparently he received 2 letters, but I have yet to read about them. From the looks of it, it seems to me that he is falling for her, at least he's starting to fall for her charms. But from the introduction, it says that they were married and they divorced. Let me go back. They were married but not to each other, but they divorced multiple times. So to me, all the letters that he's writing to let her know what is going on is a way to court her. Right? Unless, of course, I'm reading too deep into this, but I'm gonna stop here for now. It's been 3 letters. 3 very confusing letters, if I must say. But I hope that in the coming book, in the coming times, in the coming letters, I get an explanation, because I must say, this is the beginning somewhat confusing. With that being said, I hope you guys have a good day, enjoy the read, and be good people.